Steve Alcorn's a fine investigator. What he's doing with this Chris dude, I have no idea.
I gave her cigarettes for our anniversary one year.
There you go. That's fucking romantic.
She didn't like gifts. I said, well, I want to get you something. What do you want? Just give me a couple packs of cigarettes. So I wrapped them up and gave them to her.
Yeah, have some lung cancer.
You got a dead Bigfoot that's just been shot, hanging upside down in a tree. Though Meldrum was also careful to note, it's not a course about Bigfoot.
It's a course about Fozzie Bear. Who's Fozzie Bear? Some say his father was half grizzly. Nobody believed he was real. As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a Muppet. To me, that was better than being president of the United States.
They upped my meds last night, so anything's possible. We're laughing at a story about dead people. I can't explain it, but it sure makes me feel like the spirits are happy.
I mean, I guess you could say it might have been somebody's hand moving real quick, but it's not a fucking ghost.
The jury's still out on that.
See, your hoaxes come at you with smiles. They come as your friends.
Pope Francis says doggy heaven is real, so your dog has a soul.
Ah, so now the dogs can hang out with the pedophiles.
Not Benedict, Francis, Pope Francis.
No, I'm just guilt by association, Steve.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's what they say when they talk about me and you.
Yeah, there you go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Fortean Slip. This is episode 76. With me as always, a dumbass, a man who couldn't investigate a book in front of him, Mr. Steve Alcorn.
I don't have any books in front of me.
You couldn't investigate a web page open in front of you.
I do have those. I don't read, Chris.
No. I know it's sort of like an automatic response with you. You're kind of like a robot. You see the letters, the words kind of come out. You're like a really bad speak and spell.
Okay.
I had no idea what to do the fucking show on tonight. Steve has been kind of out of the loop because he's in, baseball season?
It's baseball
And then
season.
you go into, apple season and then potato picking season and...
Yep.
Oh, okay. So he's been kind of not doing the news as much during the week, and we've missed a couple of shows, but we've just been kind of out of the loop. So I wasn't sure what to do today, and I wasn't sure where I was going with this today because I didn't know if I was doing another show recently, because I will be starting the Fortean Slip 3-way. Ladies and gentlemen. Yes, where I bring on female opinions to the channel. I will, I don't know how the ladies want to be presented, so I'm not gonna give out names quite yet. But I know that they wanted to be presented in a certain fashion. So
Dolores and Joanne.
Yes, Dolores and Joanne. No,
I don't know. I made that up.
It's Laverne and Shirley. So I have that coming. Jesus Christ! And I forgot to shut my phone off today. Fuck! I fuck up with the goddamn intro.
You see, though, Chris, nobody heard it. Only you.
Oh, I thought. Well, no, they might have heard that.
You made a big to-do.
It vibrates. No, see, Steve, it vibrates and it's on the same fucking desk as the mic. They heard it.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, but in replay you'd hear it. I'll guarantee you would. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, fuck me. Fuck me, Steve. If I'm wrong, fuck me.
No.
All right. So anyway, Steve's been kind of, like I said, he's got shit going on. So we try to make it work as much as we can. And I've got the other show that's going to be coming. I don't know when we'll be getting our first episode on the air. It is dependent upon some hardware shit going on. So, like I said, I wasn't sure what to do this week for a topic here, and basically we just kind of fucking wing it. But I thought we'd touch on the Dogman and the Beast of Bray Road, because I recently did the story. I guess it's the story that sparked the flood of stories about the Beast of Bray Road, the sighting account of Dorothy Gibson. And she supposedly saw this thing. It like grabbed onto the back of her trunk or her hood. I can't remember exactly which, but it slid off because it was too wet. She drove back later on because it was on Halloween. She was taking a young girl out trick-or-treating. Saw the thing still on the side of the road, but it started moving. She freaked out. And later on, she told somebody. And then supposedly all these sighting accounts come in.
Doris Steen. Where the hell do you get a name like that?
I don't know, but I guess it was Doris. I don't know if it was like a... I don't know. I don't fucking know. That's what it said on the sighting account.
Yeah,
so.
I'm reading it. Now, she saw this on Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
1999 to be exact. We're gonna party like it's 1999, Steve, tonight, because we're going. That's what we're going back to. It's like fucking Prince and the Revolution, bitch.
Basically, Dorothy sighting was the first ever in that area. Apparently,
no, she wasn't the first sighting ever. She was the
first that went public,
right? And then after that, all the sighting accounts of other people that they had came out. Supposedly. That's the story as it goes. Now, as always, I'm very skeptical of this type of stuff. Is it misidentification? Most of the people that I've seen comments about on my video or about this have said, it's just misidentification of a fucking bear. I've lived there my whole life. I drive on that road regularly. I've never fucking seen a goddamn thing. I've seen that posted. So I don't know. Obviously, people have seen something. Is it a misidentification thing? And we go through this a lot, with fucking pareidolia shit, with people misidentifying bears as other cryptids, misidentification of dead animals, carcasses. So we deal with this a lot. You and I have heard these fucking stories a multitude of times. Mm-hmm. This is a fucking Bigfoot, or this is a that. No, it's fucking not. This is the Loch Ness Monster on Google Maps. Yeah. I'm pretty sure if fucking Google caught an image of the Loch Ness Monster, they're gonna release it before somebody else does.
Fuck yeah, they're gonna capitalize on that shit.
Google's not dumb.
Not at all. Fucking Google runs our lives, man. Pretty much. Anymore.
We are recording this on a Google platform.
Right. No, I have a few issues with Dorstein's story, only because it was Halloween. It could have been a person in a costume.
Tell me, Steve. I got shit to do.
But she never really saw. She just basically saw the figures of this thing. She didn't really see what it looked like, just the form of it.
Right.
So, yeah, In
case anybody's wondering, I've been recently accused of smoking weed on air when I was smoking an e-cigarette.
No.
For those people who would like to listen to me smoke weed on air for real, they can listen to my show, not Jeff Kelly's show.
Yeah, some people just don't know the difference
I
between.
just wanted to clear that up. There was some confusion recently with I think there's this show called Up the Asshole or Up the Rectum with
off his rocker,
off his fucking out of his fucking mind, with Rest Stop Ryobi. I don't fucking know what the name of the show is. It could be something.
I haven't seen it.
I don't think many people have. But he makes some wild claims that are all not true. So I just wanted to let everybody know if they want to if they want to watch me actually smoke some weed, well, you can't watch, you can listen.
Listen.
You can listen.
Like my Thunderbird.
And I will admit that I'm actually doing it. But when I was on Jeff's show, I was using an e-cigarette.
It just
okay, we can go back.
It just goes to show you that some people don't need actual facts. They just
just need bullshit. Okay, back to the Dogman or Beast.
Apparently, this show, by the way, is a piece of shit. And
yes, this is the Fortean shit.
Coming from a former co-host of mine.
We might,
by the way,
Steve, we might have to do a couple of one-offs, sort of like a mini series or a special, like a made-for-podcast movie of the Fortean shit.
While we're on that subject, real quick.
Listen, if you wait tables at a fucking goddamn restaurant in Las Vegas and you trace to draw, maybe you're not all that talented. I'm just saying.
The only thing I have to say about that situation is, dude, I thought you was my friend a long time ago. Dude. What did I ever do? What did I ever do to the guy? You know as well as I do, Chris, that I've never done anything to that guy. So I
thought it was pretty funny, and I thought I'd at least clear the air, so to speak, because I was being accused of smoking weed on a show that I didn't and wasn't. I was using an e-cigarette. It's a liquid flavored nicotine in a cartridge that goes onto a battery and it heats up and then keeps me from smoking cigarettes.
You're not afraid to admit that you do partake.
No, I fucking just did.
At that point.
On air, and I will again. Right now.
But I just want to say to the guy that runs that show, I really don't know what to say to him, to be honest with you. I
do. Go fuck yourself.
Well, I just don't get it. I don't care if you wanted to say things about people. That's fine. But at least have some fucking facts. And when somebody's been your friend...
No, he blatantly lied about everything. Everything he said in relation to what I was doing and what Jeff was doing was a blatant fucking lie. And he knows it.
I think everybody knows that. But as far as I go with him, I just don't get it. And maybe someday I will. But friends shouldn't treat friends the way that this person has, done. So that's all I got to say.
Yeah. That Beast of Bray Road, Steve.
So anyway, there was a second sighting like a week later by Lorraine. Hey, that's my mommy's name.
That's my daughter's middle name.
Oh, cool. My mom's spelled with one R, though. This one's spelled with two. Lorraine, I
don't know.
No, I lost it.
I can't remember how we did my daughter.
Endrizzi.
Does that make me a bad father? That I don't know if my daughter's with one R or two?
Oh, wait. This is only one R. It's not Lorraine. It's Lorianne.
See, you can't even read a fucking webpage.
You sent me a fucking website with tiny, tiny little print. And,
you can zoom in on a webpage, Steve.
You can?
Yes.
I'll have to investigate that and then report on it. Anyway, so it was like a week later, or that same week.
How's Dianetics going?
I'm most of the way through book one. Yeah. I'll give you a full report when, I think it's getting to my head, though. There's a lot of good points in Dianetics, and I can see why people fall for some of that stuff. But it has nothing to do with the Beast of Bray Road. And neither does, off his rocker. So I guess we're just all over the fucking place tonight. But anyway,
I love, like, and I've said, I think I said this on the other podcast that we did about the dog man and werewolves and so on and so forth, and this idea of a dog man or dog bipedal dog creature. I love me a good werewolf, dog man, wolf man story. Love it. Give me a good fucking werewolf movie. I recently saw the trailer for a movie called Howl that's going to be coming out. Or is that? I don't fucking know. I just saw the fucking thing on YouTube, and I'm like, I'm in. I'll check this movie out when I see it. It's not your typical werewolf movie. It looks really cool. But I am a fan of those, that genre of that horror. It's been a long time since horror movies have gotten me. It takes a lot for a horror movie to really catch me. A good story, the way that it's filmed, etc., etc., etc. I find more real things creep me out nowadays than supernatural things, because I'm just like, it's fucking special effects. It's a fucking suit. Yeah, But if it's about like some fucking creepy guy that may have actually existed or did exist or whatever, like serial killers, shit like that, that stuff gets me. But I love werewolf movies, and I love werewolf stories, books, whatever, comic books. Give me that shit. But I don't know if I buy into this, or if it's just like I was saying to begin with, if it's just that misidentification. Somebody just seeing a fucking bear.
That second woman who saw it that same week, now she had a really super detailed account of what it looked like. The first woman didn't, and then I guess there was several more after that.
Right, and there was some that came forward that had seen it long before then.
Right.
I believe there were sightings back in the 80s that came forward after Doris, or Dorstein, whatever. We'll call her Doris. That those people came forward after her sighting account went public. So I mean, I don't know what it could have been. I always hate to say, this person lied, or this person is a, that's not the way to do things anyway. But people tend to misjudge things, missee things. We know now at this point, obviously, that eyewitness testimony isn't the fucking greatest thing in the world. Yes,
not even close.
There are some people who can recall details and can recall a situation. And, some people are going to get a situation correct that happened in the past. But by and large, eyewitness testimony sucks a big fat dick. It just, it's no good.
Well, what I like about the Beast of Bray Road, at least in the early days, in the early or the late 90s, when these two women saw it, their accounts were totally separate. They didn't know of each other, and they didn't hear the stories from each other until later. So that kind of adds a little bit of credibility to each story.
Right.
But now, of course, Doris, she just seen a figure, but Loriana, or whatever the hell her name is, she saw, she was 6 feet from the fucking thing.
Right.
So if you're that close, and because the stories were independent and they were in like almost the exact same area, a mile away from each other or something, that kind of lends a little bit of credibility to something being there. Right. But it could have been a bear, for all we know, standing on its hind legs or whatever. Yeah, although they did say the legs looked like it looked like it was kneeling. So I don't know.
Then you have people who say, and I've heard this, that there are a lot of pranksters. When it comes to like the Michigan Dogman, there's a lot of pranksters in that area, and you already have the Gable film, which was a big hoax.
Love me the Gable film.
What's that?
I love the Gable film.
Oh, fucking
when
Gable
it first
film.
Came out.
Listen, I've said this before.
Genius.
You first look at the Gable film, you don't know shit. that looks pretty legit. You're like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah, the first time I saw it, I was like, holy fuck, there might actually be a Dogman. And then till you do some investigation and then obviously.
Yeah, and then it's just a hoax. The guy made it look authentic, and he filmed it with the right camera, and he put all the vehicles and snowmobiles from that era in the fucking film, and then it looked like there was an investigation, and it was pretty fucking good. You got to give it to that son of a bitch.
It's just for what, a radio station prank or something,
right?
So. But they did a hell of a job. I mean, and the first time I ever saw it, I think it was even before it was ever debunked. And for a while there, I bought into it. Hey man, this is some good shit, because we don't get a lot of clear videos of stuff like that.
Right.
And it fit the description, like Loriana's description here, it fit that description basically. And so it's easy to be fooled sometimes, even when you kind of go into it skeptical. So that one fooled me at first until, it all broke loose and it was just a April Fool's prank. But I'll tell you what, they did one hell of a job.
Yeah, and that happens a lot. I mean, there's every once in a while someone pulls a fast one and they slip them past the fucking goalie. I mean, there have been some things that have come out and you just sit there and you look at it for a while and you go, well, maybe. And you actually, even though your mind wants to go directly to somebody's fucking pulling a fast one here, you're like, right. Well, maybe, maybe there's something to this. And
well, if that was never admitted to being a hoax, I mean, there's still people who believe it's real.
Oh yeah,
but,
I've had people post, "Have you seen the Cable film? Jesus, have you seen that fucking thing?"
And you can tell them all day long that it's been proven to be a hoax. The guy admitted, I've seen it. I think he was on Monster Quest or something, and he admitted it was a hoax.
Yeah,
but they'll still believe it. But anyway, if it hadn't been proven, we'd hold that in high regards, just like we do, say, the Patterson-Gimlin film. Because it was damn good.
Well, I don't know. With the way technology is, I'm sure somebody figured out something about, looking at that film at some point, somebody figured out something about that ghillie suit that he was wearing. I don't know.
Right.
It's. I think that's more possible than him just getting away with it and it being a legit film. And I think that's probably why he came out and said, yeah, it's bullshit. Because he knew that if it got scrutinized, that he'd be fucked.
But don't you know, the Men in Black told him to say it was fake.
Oh yeah, the Men in Black.
It's a government conspiracy, and
are we fucking going down this road again? Good.
But that's what people.
You gonna change your name to Wes?
I don't know. I like Woody better.
Oh, okay.
I've never listened to their show, to be honest with you.
I haven't either.
But so the Dogman, I don't know. It's a possibility. I like to think it could be real. Most of the stories are localized, though, like in Michigan and Wisconsin, and that's about it. Yeah. That's pretty much the only places you hear the Dogman. So if it's a real thing.
Well, I don't know if I've said this one on air either, but I do know that there was a woman around this area, and this was just not that long ago, like maybe a year back, maybe a little less, who had claimed to see a dog man like creature in this area. Now, I'm not saying that that's for real or for sure. It was some woman's claim. I never took the sighting account. I asked to, but nobody ever got back to me. But as by and large, you're right. The sighting accounts tend to happen in that centralized area. They don't, they're not all over the place. You're not seeing Dogman sightings everywhere like you are, like, let's say, Bigfoot.
Now that I said that it's a localized thing, I recall about 2 years ago, maybe it was 3 years ago now, 2012, 13, something like that. just a couple towns over where I live now, there was a sighting, and the investigators didn't want to call it a Dogman sighting. I don't know why they didn't want to call it a Dogman sighting, so they ended up calling it a Bigfoot sighting. But he talked to me, and he said, "Man, this was not a Bigfoot. If it was, if it was something real, it was not a Bigfoot. Like a dog."
I'm sure if you looked, you could find a fucking Dogman sighting in every state.
Right.
Probably a couple. But like you're saying, as far as like, the overall, Michigan and Wisconsin, I guess, seems to be Werewolf Central, Steve.
Apparently.
It's where they fucking hang out. It's where Teen Wolf is at. The Howling is going down there, I guess. I don't fucking know.
I can't think of any werewolf references to throw in there. So
it's because you suck.
So is the Dogman a werewolf, or is he just some sort of...
I don't know what the fuck the thing is. Is it a fucking... just a bipedal wolf? I don't fucking know. I've never seen one. I've never had a sighting myself, so I have nothing to draw on. I have what other people have said. So I myself would go with misidentification. That's what I would think. That's what, we like to go with Occam's razor a lot on this program, and Occam's razor would say to me, it's misidentification of another animal.
Well, if you go back to Doris's sighting, she was changing the radio. She was looking down. She thought she hit something. Well, that can put, some adrenaline into you. And then your mind is going to go.
Right. And so if then that, for some reason that thing hits your car again.
Right.
The mind runs wild. It could have been anything. We don't really know. We weren't there. Again, I go back to, it's a story at this point. We don't have anything concrete. There's no real, supposedly I guess there were scratch marks on her vehicle or whatever. But what do we really have for evidence? It's a story.
Well, and then how are you going to find evidence of the Dogman if you go out into the woods and you find, let's say, hair, for example? What's it going to come back as? Probably canine. So,
well, no, he's got to change back into his human self, Steve. So,
well, then it's going to come back human.
You'll never be able to test it right.
Right, it's not going to come out human canine or anything like that.
It's just going
to come out one or the other.
Fucked up.
So,
I just don't know what this thing is. I don't know what people are seeing. I'd like to know what people are seeing, and I think it's an interesting phenomenon that is happening. But it fascinates me. As we say with everything, this shit fascinates me, and I don't want anybody to ever think that it doesn't. I like to check out the stories. I like to read the stories. I like to fucking know about the stories. I just have a hard time wrapping my head around the fact that it's a fucking real thing, because of the fact that if we look at it logically, it's probably something else.
Probably.
And but it's fun. It's fun. I do. I love me some Teen Wolf, not the new shit, the old shit, even though it's probably horrible. In retrospect, Howling, the Underworld movies, the first one, mostly. Beyond that, they kind of sucked.
Watch that shit.
You fucking don't watch anything.
I've
made reference to the Fox TV show Werewolf many times. Carry
on for a second, Chris. I'm getting a phone call.
You're getting a phone call?
Yes, carry on. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Silver Bullet, which was the movie made from the Stephen King. I don't know if it was a novella or I don't know what the fuck they called that goddamn thing. Love that shit. Love me some Gary Busey as the alcoholic fucking uncle, just trying to save the day. Old Corey Haim, I think it was Corey Haim, in the fucking wheelchair, spitfiring down the fucking road, trying to get away from the fucking werewolf. That shit was pretty
See, it's like I
badass.
was never gone, Chris.
You were
It's like
gone.
I was never gone.
No, I felt
I
like it
wasn't
was an
gone.
eternity, Steve. I felt like I was
Well,
doing
see-
mushrooms and I lost time.
No, I won't go there. You might have been. No, when you get a phone call, even though I have my phone muted tonight because, it makes for a better, more professional show.
Oh, wow.
When you get a call from your girlfriend when you're not expecting one, you usually want to answer that. She's cool. So she says, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm doing a show." She said, "Okay, goodbye." So we're good to go.
Wow. Anyway.
Wow.
Yes.
And she said she does not believe in the Dogman and that anybody who does is, a freak. That's what she said.
Hey, I'm not saying that anybody that believes in the Dogman's a freak.
No, I'm not. I'm just telling you what somebody else said.
I'm a logical, skeptical person. I am going to go to the logical things.
I don't know. We get all these different kinds of cryptids. A lot of them are similar. Like you got your Bigfoot and your Dogman, which would be sort of kind of similar, I don't know, man. What if just one of these things is real? That'd be pretty damn cool.
It'd be pretty fucking cool, and I think that's why you and I kind of hang on and do this, Fox Mulder. I think we've, you put on your cowboy hat, and I wear regular clothing like normal people do, and we go out, and we do
Some
this,
normal people,
and we investigate this shit. Well,
we don't investigate.
We don't
shit.
investigate anything. We look at it. We might watch a few movies.
Wikipedia, watch a movie and pretend we know what we're talking about.
No, but we're the idea is that we're interested in the shit and we look into it.
Right.
Like to say that we just do that is bullshit. Like I'm constantly looking at news stories. I'm constantly reading shit, constantly watching documentaries. And I'm all in with the shit. Even as much as I bash the shit out of it, I love it. So,
well, we bash the shit out of it because 99. Well, what are we up to? 99.9 now. 99.9 of what we see is fucking bullshit. So it's hard to sort the fucking truth out of all that shit.
People,
if there is any truth,
people like to bullshit.
Right.
And if the Gable film is perfect proof of that. People like to try to pull one over on people. Oh, and sometimes they like to be anonymous and they just like to fucking leave it out there and pull one over. And other times they like to do like that guy and pull one over and say, "Hey, I fucking pulled one over on you."
Right.
But it's a part of human nature. So I've gotten very cynical from doing this stuff as far as the way I look at video evidence, the way I look at picture evidence, stories, because they are just that, stories.
Well,
once it's a story, it's just a story.
As far as the Gable film goes, that's proof right there that you cannot trust video evidence because it looked super good. It was filmed with the right camera. It had the right stuff in it, the vehicles, the snowmobiles, whatever. And it turned out to be a hoax. I mean...
Yeah, just bullshit.
An elaborate hoax, but a hoax nonetheless.
Yeah.
So you cannot trust... I don't care how good it looks. You can't trust video evidence. You can't trust photographic evidence. And you can't trust eyewitness testimony. So what's that leave us with?
It leaves us with a body.
Yeah, and that's about all.
And I'd say that under the right conditions, yes, you could trust video evidence. Under the right conditions. There would have to be a lot of conditions.
Yeah.
But, it's going to take a fucking body of any of these fucking things. Or it's going to take, it's like, how do you prove ghosts? Like, I love that one.
You can't.
And hey, I've had some quote-unquote ghostly encounters, but I still sit around and go, was it really a ghost? Because I'm that analytical fucking person, and I'm not going to sit there and go, yeah, it was. Sure, why not? But, yeah, anyway, I think
maybe it's a supper you ate last night or something,
Could be.
Coming back up on you. I don't know. I've had the ghostly experiences too. So it's, and I've seen alleged UFOs, and I heard a Thunderbird once. Did I tell you about that story, Chris?
I think I have heard a Thunderbird
I heard a
hearing story.
But
Oh no,
you know,
no,
you
wait.
have these
I think I have
experiences.
heard how you heard a Thunderbird.
What are you, Dr. Seuss now?
I am. Don't you listen? We fucking beat the fuck out of this tonight, and went way off the rails so many fucking times. Do you have any fucking news tonight?
I'm off my rocker. That's all I know. Oh yes, I have.
In the restroom.
I believe this one's from K10.com. TEN, not the number. Just in case anybody wants to look it up, which they won't, but whatever.
Yeah.
From Commerce, Texas. It's a myth still in the making, a legend that has fascinated people around the world for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Tales of a large, hairy creature roaming the forest, frightening unsuspecting travelers, and now that legend has come to Commerce, Texas. Yippee!
Everything's bigger in Texas, Steve.
That's what I hear. I'm going to move to Texas.
Okay.
Stuff will get bigger. That's what I hear. I don't know. It was supposed to be some sort of sexual joke. It didn't
keep
work.
telling yourself that, son.
For the last several years, a quiet family in the small town of Commerce says they've been hearing strange sounds coming from the forest. Howls, they say, are so full and so deep that they vibrate your insides. That sounds fun. Vocalizations, they say, no human is capable of making, even with a bullhorn. Bill Gibson
No
and his
human
family-
is ever capable of making these kind of sounds.
Bill Gibson and his family have been living in this house. Holy shit. I think I heard a Bigfoot. Living in this house on the
I
east
never
side of
heard
town all
anything
their
like
lives.
it in my life.
Bill recalls the first time he heard what people in the area call the wild man of North Texas. It was 40 years ago. You can actually feel it in your body. The only way I can describe it is like when a train is running real close to you.
I can feel it in my body, Steve.
Yeah, just like that. I know what's out there. I know it. What's out there? Something big. After years of silence, the Gibsons say the wild man has returned, waking them up in the mornings with its howls. But this time they called in renowned Bigfoot hunter, Tom Biscardi.
Joan, give me a Snapple.
Oh, fuck. Tom Biscardi. Well, that story's full of shit. Yeah. We know that something has been through here the last 3 days, Biscardi said. I lost my excitement.
He
for
knew
the story. The story
he
was
also
really good.
knew that he was going to be getting a Snapple.
Yeah,
'Cause
Joan got him a Snapple.
Joan is right around the corner to get him a Snapple.
Right, she's always right around the corner. Making noise, annoying the camera crew, but right around the corner.
Fucking, she's going to be there with that Snapple.
That's right.
Come on now.
I'm done with that story. It said Tom Biscardi. I was done.
If anybody wants
From
to
the
read
meter-
any more about that story, as always, I put the links underneath the YouTube video. Thank
Yeah,
you.
and you can go to Tom Biscardi's website, which, who cares?
Joan, get me a
It's
Snapple.
from mirror.co.uk. Is this a UFO? Strange lights spotted hovering over deserted countryside spark alien theories. A mysterious UFO has been spotted. Is it UFO or is it UFO?
I don't know.
I don't know
how
has
it's
been
pronounced.
spotted hovering in the sky in Russia. They always have the best UFO sightings. The strange white lights appeared to be positioned very close together in the footage, which was filmed by baffled onlookers in the area. The lights appear to remain almost stationary as they shine brightly against the darkening sky.
As they fall
According
to
to-
Earth.
According to information submitted alongside the YouTube video, the UFO was seen in Russia's, okay, here we go, Astrakhan. I'm sure that's not right. region.
I'm going to go with you. Fuck that one up, Steve.
Astrakhan.
That sounds like a cool new Comic-Con they should make here in the United
does.
States.
It's like an outer space type thing, Astracon.
Astracon 2016.
I think I'm going to use that as my screen name from now on, Astracon. As the camera zooms out, it appears the filmmaker is standing at the other side of a lake looking across into the deserted countryside. The footage
Meet the real Bigfoot at Astracon.
Has clocked up more than 89,700 views. Some viewers seem convinced that the mysterious object is a sign of extraterrestrial life forms on Earth, with one writing, "I think this could be the real deal." A number of reports of UFO sightings and personal witnesses link back to what is pictured here. Others claim the object was a flare. That was it. 4 Chinese lanterns. I'm going with flare.
NewYorkTimes.com. Listen, I was like playing Press Your Luck, Steve. I was like, fucking no whammies, no whammies. Big money. Stop.
I've only ever seen that show once in my entire life.
You ruined it for me, Steve.
Did I give you a whammy?
Yes. A whammy. I've fucking been whammied.
You've been whammied.
I've been whammied. There's no UFO in Russia.
How long have we been doing this show?
Yeah, okay. Continue.
You've been whammied a long time ago. Tanuki, the badger-like shape-shifting creatures of Japanese lore. That would be cool. Badger shapeshifter creatures? That's cool.
Yeah.
Are a rascally, impetuous bunch. In one tale, a tanuki playfully transforms into a steam train, but then gets flattened by a real train coming from the opposite direction.
Wow. They have some really cool shapeshifters over there.
Ooh. In another, a tanuki kills an old woman and makes soup out of her, then takes her form and feeds the soup to her husband.
Great.
Dude, I love these Japanese folk. This is good stuff. Fantastical monsters like the tanuki abound in Michael Dillon Foster's The Book of Yokai, Mysterious Creatures of Japanese Folklore. One of several books about the yokai that have hit American shelves this year. In June, Zach Davison will publish Yuri, maybe, I don't know, The Japanese Ghost, a critical look at the history of some of Japan's most dreaded and beloved spooks. Both are scholarly texts enlivened by images of the beast in scroll paintings, woodblock prints, and original illustrations. Michael Goldstein's yokai character collection is more pictorial. Ooh, it's got pictures. I think I'm in for that one.
Jesus.
It has a gruesome, because I don't read that much.
No, really?
I don't know how to read anymore. I don't think I know how to read anymore.
I'm pretty sure I know that you don't know how to read anymore.
It has the gruesome look and feel of a Dungeons and Dragons manual with Japanese peeping toms and anthropomorphic umbrellas. I don't know what I just said. Taking the place of knights and gnomes. The book's illustrator, Chip Bowles, seemed to have fun imagining what beasts like a... You gave me this story on purpose, didn't you? Loki Morcurin, a sliding door filled with hundreds of eyes, and a kappa, a water demon often blamed for drowning horses and humans.
We should do a fucking show on this book.
Yeah, it sounds like some good stuff. You can read more at the NewYorkTimes.com.
I'm just fucking serious. We should fucking do a show on
some
that
really
book.
Cool pictures. There's this one beast, Chris.
Listen, it's got pictures, Steve. You're all set.
Right. There's this one. It's a yokai. It has the body of a lion, or maybe a tiger, the head of a monkey, and the tail of a snake. It's a snake tail with the head. It's really cool. So, yeah, that yokai stuff sounds pretty cool. I'd like to look into it further. Maybe we could do a show.
That'd be pretty cool if we could get a copy of that book. Maybe we can.
Yeah.
Maybe we can score a copy of that fucking book somehow. But yeah.
Maybe if this dude's listening, maybe you should send us a review copy. I doubt it though, because nobody. Yeah.
So let's recap tonight, Steve.
I can't read.
You can't read.
Friendship means nothing.
Friendship means nothing. I smoke weed on my show.
Yes. Not on Jeff's.
Not on Jeff's. And the Dogman. Thumbs up or thumbs down on the Dogman, Steve?
Are we doing like 2 thumbs up, 1 thumb up?
I don't know.
Because I give it 1 thumb up, 1 thumb down. I'm like in between on that one.
All right, we'll do it this way. If you had to rate the Dogman on a scale, we'll go 1 to 10.
Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to rate it
Yeah,
now?
you got fucking rated, asshole.
5, because just like 1 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down.
Yeah, see, I'm going.
I think there is something there, but
I'm going 4 because I'm leaning more towards nothing.
right. I think there's something that people are seeing, but what they're seeing has yet to be determined, and it's probably pareidolia or misidentification. But I'll give it a 5 just to be, my normal.
Just to cover your ass.
Uneducated.
It's all CYA for Steve.
That's right.
This has been the Fortean Slip, episode 76. This has been the Bark at the Moon episode. If you like this shit, hit the like button. If you don't, hit the little thumbs down button. Leave a comment. Bitch about something. Somebody usually does. If anybody knows anything about Jim Payne, like he disappeared.
Yes, where is Jim Payne?
Just gone. Where the fuck did Jim Payne go? Jim, if you just like being quiet, just like raise your hand. If something's happened to you, I'd like to know. You've been a fan of the show for fucking forever. As long as I can remember. So.
Yeah, and if anybody knows what's going on with Jim, whether, let's hope for the best, but
Give us a heads up.
contact us, man.
Wave. God damn it.